welcome to the 223 webinar of our Saturday webinar series hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. Myself, Dr. Ahalya, working as a Managed Fellow, and I'm honored to be with you today. Since October 2020, Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship has been a leading force in agriculture innovation, hosting 222 consecutive weekly webinars that have significantly impacted countless entrepreneurs and helped transform numerous agriculture ventures. Today marks another milestone in this incredible journey. As a center of excellence in agribusiness incubation, operating under the esteemed Institute of Agriculture Extension Management, MANESIA has been redefining the landscape of agricultural entrepreneurship. Our center has supported the growth of 940 entrepreneurs, helping to turn their ideas into thriving enterprises. We are particularly proud to have assisted 468 startups across various agriculture sectors, contributing significantly to the transformation of India's agriculture ecosystem. What truly sets Manasia apart is our holistic approach to entrepreneurship development. We go beyond incubating ideas, we foster real success stories. Our extensive support system offering expert guidance and specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technologies, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, fishery, dairy, commodity trading, supply chain management, and agri-consultancy. This ensures our entrepreneurs are equipped to face every challenges and seize every opportunities on their journey. At Manasia, we are not just building business, but we are building futures. Every entrepreneur who enter our doors carries a dream, and it is our privilege to help transform those dreams into reality. Through expert advice, specialized training, and seed for support, we continue to nurture an ecosystem where agriculture innovation thrives and entrepreneurs flourish. Today's session holds particular significance as we celebrate the incredible contribution of women in agri-startup ecosystem. We are currently hosting a special series highlighting the inspiring achievements of women entrepreneurs in the agri-startup sector. In this series, we are conducting 25 webinars focused on women founders and mentors in agri-startups running until April 2025. Today, we will be focusing on farm mechanization and innovation, and it's my honor to introduce our esteemed speakers for today's session. They will share their invaluable insights on farm mechanization, and their experiences will undoubtedly inspire us all. So without delay, I would like to introduce our first speaker. So to introduce our first speaker for today's session, let me call my colleague Josephine to introduce our first speaker.
Thank you, Rahalya. Good morning, speakers and attendees. Our first speaker, Ms. Monali Mathur, is the co-founder and CEO of Rent for Me, a venture by Home Street Technologies that is redefining the rental marketplace. A gold medalist and batch topper, she holds an MBA in Business Administration and Management from MIT University, with over 16 years of experience in consulting space, including her role as Vice President at EY. Ms. Monali is a certified Six Sigma Black Belt and quality auditor. She is committed to driving innovation, efficiency, and sustainability through Rent for Me. We welcome you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manage CIA. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present our startup here and how we are contributing towards the agriculture and farm mechanization. First, I would like to share the presentation with you all. Okay, so starting with our platform, Rent It For Me. So Rent It For Me is contributing towards creating a new era of digital commerce in India. So we have launched our application in July last year, and we have been featured on Shark Tank India season 3 as well. So today I would be telling you about how Rent It For Me is contributing towards empowering farmers with the rental equipment access. So we have designed a platform to help farmers access the rental equipment for agriculture. We are simplifying the process of renting machineries for various farming activities like plowing, harvesting, irrigation. And by doing this, we are benefiting farmers by creating a cost efficient mechanism where they do not have to pay upfront investments in the machineries. We are providing a flexible access to rental equipments for specific tasks by reducing downtime, and they do not have to get into the hassle of maintaining the products. So we are providing access to well maintained modern agricultural tools and machineries, and our platform is very easy to use. For They can simply book and use the platform from there, and this payment mechanism is also very safe and transparent. So what would be the impact of this? We are expecting the increased adoption of mechanization on the farm. We are providing easy access to the farmers for farm machineries, and we are increasing the efficiency and productivity of the farmers. We are supporting smallholder farmers by reducing the barriers to adopt new technologies. So the market penetration so far is like we have already achieved 38,000 mobile application downloads in the last 1.5 years. We have signed up from 600 plus cities. We have already delivered in 70 plus cities, and 550 plus vendors are associated with us. And the customers' listings are also available on our platform, which are close to 500 now. So this is what the traction is so far. This is our founding team, myself, Monali, and I have over 16 years of experience in the consulting domain. I've also worked in agricultural sector, during my consulting tenure. I've worked with the National Agriculture Market, Ministry of Food Processing, and several other ministries in the consulting space. So my co-founders are Gunjan and Nitin. They are in the technology space. They are helping us in building this technological platform, and Mason is our board member. He's also a tech specialist. So I would like to inform you that we are working on two pillars. First is the B2C, business to consumer model, where we are onboarding the rental partners for a local, hyper local intervention. So we are creating a scalable and accessible network of rental partners. We are
Ma'am, your voice is
onboarding
breaking. Kindly check.
equipment rental program under. Okay, I'll. Is it better now? Is it better
Yeah,
now?
now it is better. Now it is
Yeah.
better.
Okay. So we are expanding our platform to rural and underserved areas, and we will enable the farmers to find nearby rental options. Okay, so the key features of our for our rental partners include wider reach. We are providing a large market of farmers who are in need of equipment, and the integration is very simple. Simply, you can list the process. The simple rental process listing is there on our platform, and the farmer or the company is free to have a flexible pricing. They can set the competitive pricing that aligns with the regional demand. uh, we are also ensuring that the equipment is in good condition, and the customer is having trust in our process. So for scaling this project, we are expanding region by region basis on the demand what we are getting, and we are having efficient onboarding tools in partnership with local stakeholders also at the local level for rapid deployment. So coming to the next pillar is C2C, the customer to customer or consumer to consumer model. Here we are empowering local farmers also who have the products with them. They can list on our platform and rent out their underutilized equipment to the community people. So how farmers can list their equipment? They can just create a listing on our platform for their equipment, and they can specify the machinery details, the technical details about the machine, the rental terms and pricing. They can set on their own and create a listing on our platform. How the community will be benefited by this? So the passive income will be generated from equipment which will otherwise sit idle, and this will facilitate access to affordable equipment for fellow farmers, and the machinery can be rented out on short term periods, and this will maximize the usage of the product as well. So this will encourage peer to peer collaboration. So otherwise what happens in current scenario, the farmers are already lending to the community farmers in their community. They are already doing that, but without any income. It's just an obligation what they are doing. So we are just organizing this by having a fair transaction and safe use for their machinery. We are supporting rural economies by keeping resources circulating within the economy. So this will uh, ensure from the sustainability angle also that the complete life of the product is in full use. To having this having this on ground, we are having a partnership with ONDC and Satadgram. So ONDC is the open network for digital commerce, which is an initiative by government of India. which aims at revolutionizing the digital commerce in India by creating open, interoperable, and inclusive platform. So we have been onboarded on ONDC for agri rentals, especially for agri rentals, and we have the first mover advantage there. We are also in collaboration with Satat Gram for on ground capacity building. So they are also supporting us in onboarding of CHCs, FPOs, and PACs for last mile connectivity. And to get into this partnership, we realized that there major problem in access to the farm mechanization solutions for the small marginal farmers. So there are almost 84% of the farmers currently which are holding less than 1 hectare. So these farmers had a major challenge in accessing the solutions. So even the custom hiring centers were very unorganized, and they have exorbitant rates during the peak seasons. So to ensure the access is sustained at all levels, so we came up with this initiative to have the last mile connectivity at the ground level. So how this is going to be benefiting the farmers is like we are providing a trusted platform where they can even give their products on rent, and they can take products on rent from there. We have a safe payments and transaction process. Even we are providing the logistical supports to the farmers here, and the growth will be scalable as the we have a exposure to large base of farmers and the rental providers. So currently in the first phase we are targeting approximately 2 crore farmers in the states of Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh, UP, and Haryana. And we would be onboarding around 21,000 CHCs, 1,700 FPOs, and 22,000 packs in the first phase. And we are expecting this program to reach at the local level through our custom hiring centers. And we will also be having the Satadgram team will also have their on ground team available to help them list our products, list their products, list their equipment on our platform, and help them in bookings and the payments as well. So, so this is Rented For Me team, and thank you so much for having us here today. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for taking us to the journey of your startup and how you are empowering the farmers with rental equipment access, and how you are creating the impact on farming community by increasing their efficiency and production, also the adoption of the mechanization, and how you are scaling up your startup based on the needs and especially the demands of the rural people, and how you are empowering the farmers and rent out their unutilized equipment, and your partnership with the ONDC, and how you are enhancing the trust and bringing the wider market access. So definitely this is really a great presentation, ma'am. So the participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box, and also you can raise your hand. So the questions will be taken up after the second speaker presentation. So Monali ma'am, kindly wait. So we'll take up the question after the second speaker presentation. Yeah. Dola Sinha ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yeah. Okay, now the speaker for second session is that's Dola Sinha ma'am. So she received BE in Electrical Engineering from Bhutan University, West Bengal, and MTech from NIT Durgapur, and doctoral from IIT ISM Dhanbad, Jharkhand, India. Her research area includes form machinery, converter design, electric vehicles, renewable energy source, and dye-sensitized solar cell fabrication. She is a founder of Ankuran, a form machinery manufacturing unit, as well as working as an associate professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering, Dr. B.C. Roy Engineering College, Durgapur, West Bengal. She also published several journals and conference papers in reputed publishing houses, and completed several sponsored projects from Government of India. With this short introduction, let me introduce our second speaker for today's session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, all the dignitaries present here. I'm Dr. Dola Sinha, founder of Ankuran, and thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Manage for providing me such opportunities to introduce my product that I have manufactured. And ma'am, if possible, can I share or you can share it?
Yeah, Usha Sri ma'am, may I know, shall we share the presentation of Dola Sinha ma'am? Josephine, yeah, Josephine, you can share. Yes, ma'am, we are sharing. Kindly wait.
Okay, no, not an issue. Okay, so it's my name of my company is Ankuran. It's actually the magical journey to seed towards seedling, because we are supporting the seed planter. Okay, so the seed planter and the fertilizer dispenser machine. So we named it as a automated multi-purpose solar agrobot. So ma'am, please second. Okay, next slide. Uh, we offer an efficient automated solar energy based mechanized bot to the farmers for precision sowing seed and application of the fertilizer. The left hand side picture, it is the basic prototype that we have fabricated for the first time. What are the features in it? I will go one by one, but it is mainly it has a furrow opener to open the soil. It has a seed planter, that means different types of seeds and different shapes and sizes of seed can be planted to a particular place, and that place can be initially it can be set by the farmer by using the screw arrangement, means how much depth it can be, what will be the spacing of the two rows, like that. So at a time 3 seeds can be placed. Then furrow closer is there that can cover the soil, and after that fertilizer dispenser, and fertilizer will be dispensed over the soil of the that seed. So and after that it will be turning in forward direction. So that means it is a total automated bot that a farmer can be used for precision sowing seed and the fertilizer application. So basic model was that we have tested in a agri field, but it has some challenges, like as it is a very small bot, so battery capacity is also very small because lack of space. So it can only it has lots of constants, so we are moving for some bigger size. So in the middle intermediate it is a bigger size, and when we fabricate this we have a higher capacity of the battery. Actually basically it operate over the electric vehicle, so it has a battery system, and when we go for the battery, it has the its weight is very high. So its structure is very huge structure, and it has almost 60 to 80 kg of weight. So in this weight, we when we are going for some rating of the motors, so we are facing some problems, because in the DC PMDC motor is not such type such rated type that it can run over this bot, and it can run forward and backward, but main problem arises during the turning mechanism. So next we will move for the next our last, and this is our now final structure. It has almost 5.5 feet long and 3 feet width, and the total height of this pot is the 2.5 2.6 2 feet 2.5 feet. Okay, so this much of structure, and but its weight is now 100 kg, and we are using this two type of wheel we are using. So one by one the specifications and the key features we are showing in the next slide. Ma'am, please can you change the slide? Okay, these are the key features. Means you can see that there are two types of wheels are there. One wheel is tire based, that means it can move to the road also, and whenever it will be go to the field, then we will use this iron made wheels that will that are it has a provision for attaching this iron wheel. These are the furrow opener. Three furrow openers are there. So as I told earlier that this spacing can be adjusted by the farmer. Okay, and the depth of this space of this furrow opener can be also set using this screw mechanism. Some screw mechanisms are there that a farmer can set the depth of the penetration, because different crops needs different depth of penetration inside the soil. Next, it is a furrow closer, means after digging it, and when the seed and fertilizer everything will be there, it will close up the soil. So this the mechanism is the furrow closer. Seed boxes have different types of hole. You can see that in the top view of the seed box, there are three small size, means there are another sliding plate mechanism is there, where different hole size are there, and that will be kept in on the over this hopper. So what is the size of the seed, accordingly you can the farmer have to choose the this slide of this plate. And this is the faro small tubes are there. This in through these tubes the seed uh, can be inserted. Seed can be placed inside the soil. Okay, small pipes will be there so that it can exactly place where the farmer is wish. This mechanism of this sliding plate is using this NEMA 23 based stepper motor. That means one side when it move, two plates will be moving. These are the battery and the other arrangements inside the dicky of this car. Actually, it is basically an electric vehicle. So we have this arrangement of this tire and construction of the attachment of this tire with this tie rod, because when it move to the turning mechanism has been made just like our vehicles, our automobile vehicles when we are using, but main constant is there that its maximum 3 feet is the width of this boat, but the tie rod size is very high, so we have to manufacture this tie rod in our workshop. So it is really a challenging job for us to make this one, and when we get it is a sometimes longer, then some angles will be made to attach this wheel. And for the steering mechanism, because there is no steering here manually operated, so everything as a automated. So for automatic steering arrangement, the one PMDC motor is utilized here, that can be automated changing of the side. And there is a gear, you can say, with lever. There is a lever. This lever is just because when the boat is moving in the road, so this furrow opener can create, or furrow closer can create some obstacles, or so to make the more ground clearance, this lever is there. When it is at the extreme end, then the furrow opener will have make some ground clearance. And when it is in the agro field, this can be pull to the opposite side, and this furrow opener can be inside the soil. So these are the key features in it. Next slide, ma'am. Technical specification. Now that I also told, here is the some details of the motor and tie rod differential is also there, motor ratings, battery ratings, and one Bluetooth connection is there. So mobile app is there. Actually, this car is heavy weight lifting, and we have tested it. The 300 more than it can carry 300 more than 300 kg of load. So it can be utilized for movement of some crop transportation also from this inside the to the throughout the road itself. Next slide, ma'am. So now challenges that we have faced one by one, that I also told previously what are the challenges we have. Mainly challenges are the workshop, availability of the workshop and the skilled person, because this total structure is fabricated in a workshop. So actually the workshop cost is very high if we take the hiring for the workshop for a longer time. So we have to wait for their when they are free and they can do something, some structural of our for our bot. So it is a huge time consuming, and available of the suitable workshop is very much crisis in our zone. And motors with proper rating, initially we have made some lower rated of the motor, but now we are using 850 wattage and 48-volt BLDC motor. BLDC motor has a one disadvantage for our bot is it has a very high RPM, means it has very high speed. So actually the speed of this bot should be 1.2 kilometer per hour, and we have set it now for ground movement, or for road movement it is 5 kilometer per hour, but BLDC motor is a speed of any car, so we have to reduce the speed. So in that reducing speed, if sometimes we increasing it, though it is a huge level of speed will be there. So proper controlling of the speed is very much constant for us. And at the same time, as we are making it as an autonomous vehicle, so driver will be the proper suitable rated of this motor, and it should be the matched with this motor. Autonomous system also has some problems because now still we have made it Bluetooth or and Wi-Fi enabled, but purely fully autonomous is not possible because the structure of the field is not equal. Means sometimes it has a triangular shape, sometimes it has a rectangular, sometimes it has some different types of pentagon or hexagon shape of the field. So no, not a single programming can make it through this proper diagram. So now at this moment we have make it a Bluetooth enabled, and a person can from the over 50 meter or 100 meter can run this autonomous vehicle from outside the field. Turning mechanism using tie rod, as I told, the tie rod size is bigger than this width of this, so we have to cut this tie rod, and very much with the efficiently we have to arrange this tie rod with this tie rod. And arrangement of the funding is also because we have we are the AOP 5 grantee, so arrangement of the fund is really necessary for better and for refining of this product. Another issues we are facing the trial and testing, because if we going to for the trial for the agro field, then the farmers are charging a high amount because they are according to they have to sacrifice one crop, and for that they are demanding a high value. So these are also some challenges that we are facing for this case. Next slide, ma'am. uh, Now we have a small video of turning mechanism. Ma'am, please change the slide.
Yes, yes, yes.
So one video is there. Is it running, ma'am? Can you please turn on this video?
Yeah, Ushasri ma'am, kindly try to play that video.
1 minute run.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it may be some
Madam,
issues
this
of.
video is not.
Okay, it may be some issues. So I am sharing the link. Anybody can see it after this presentation. And as an extension of this project, next slide. As a Okay, ma'am. I will share this video to the chat box, and so anybody can see this turning mechanism. As an extension of this project, we have made some key points that future scope for the farm utilization point. Crop cutting tool can be added in front position of the bot. Okay, so it can be added as a furrow opener as well as the crop cutting. Tiller can be added at the back side of the bot, means the same vehicle can be utilized for the tiller as a tiller, because the power that need a tiller is the same as this bot has. So it can easily can be added at the back side, just like a tractor mounted, but it should not be the tractor mounted, it will be the electric vehicle mounted. So electric vehicle has the lots of advantages, that one time investment and environment friendly. So organic farming can be possible if you are using it. BLDC motor used for navigation can be used for water pumping for irrigation. Also, this BLDC motor that we are using, it has so much of power that it can provide provide for the water pumping and for the irrigation whenever it is not in the use. So these three are from the point of farm utilization point. And from the as a researcher of electric vehicle, I can also share that some scopes are there from the point of electric vehicle, that EV, electric vehicle charging through wireless power transfer, that is nowadays a very hot topic of the researchers. Automatic speed control mechanism is made. Okay. Navigation of the bot can be made through the GPS tracking. As I told that different shapes and sizes of the field. So autonomous system is very challenging here. So this challenge can be sorted using this GPS tracking. And if we initially programmed in such a way that it can only track according to GPS tracking. And this GPS tracking we are specified the bot. It can be go with this. Integration of renewable sources, multi-input interleaved or converters, real-time implementation of battery management system. Nowadays, the BMS system is in the Tesla made or some EVs are there. Some Kia EV also they have the some battery management system and IoT based system is there. That means how much the state of charge, how is the state of health of this battery is implemented to the IoT or in the cloud. So anybody can see how much battery is there. Not only the person who are sitting in the EV, but who are at the sitting at the home, they can also know that how is the battery status. So that system can we can build it because as it is an autonomous. So the what when it is in the field in the at the home, the women can also track how is the state of the battery. Battery swapping technology can be there and fast charging of the batteries will be there. So these are some extended future scope for our electric vehicle or in for our boat. Next, our team is there. Will these are our teams. We four are the me are the as a founder and the three are the co-founder and individually they are engaged in some research and development section, some technical section, and some business planning section. Next, ma'am, we have made some collaboration with some team, key partners and advisors. Uh, So they are our key partners and advisors. And also the supplier, Operator Solar, has provided us the battery system. And ma'am, next, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for explaining us to the this innovative multi-purpose solar boat and how this mission is using for precision sowing, seed, and application of fertilizers. And you have explained about how this mission works and how it can be used for different purposes for farm operations and what are the challenges existing. And you also explained about the future scope of this electric vehicle. So thank you so much, ma'am. It is a great presentation.
Thank you.
So participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box and also you can raise hand. So the questions will be taken up now. I hope both speakers are available. So we will take up the question. So there is a question from Sandhya Raj. So he's asking how, I think this question is to Monali ma'am. How established are you in southern India?
So in the first phase, we are targeting the northern states first, and then maybe we'll expand to the southern part.
Yeah. And then there is a question from Shakti. They're asking, are the farmers collective receptive of your mechanization app? How much potential this FPO is holding when it comes to accepting the startups in FPO system?
So to answer this, so I'll just like to explain that ours is a multi-product rental application. So there are many queries coming from different FPOs also at times for maybe like drone rental services for spraying and other things. Uh, so we have had received queries not from the very remote areas, but yes, we have received queries from the FPOs as well for rentals. But for this partnership, particularly for expansion to the rural areas, we are expecting FPOs to be very critical in on ground implementation support. So our partners are already in the capacity building phase, and for this partnership, we are in the phase of technical integration, and we would be live on WBC buyer apps by the maybe coming next month. We will be live from there, and we will access the remote level farmer collectives as well as the FPO system through these buyer apps who are already in the market, and they have good access to wide range of FPO ecosystem from the starting. So we are expecting good footfall and support from these buyer apps also. So people can just go to different apps and see our application available over there, and they can punch orders through different websites as well. So we are
Yes, thank you.
expecting them to be very integral to our expansion.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So, dear interns, you switch on your video and keep it like that, and kindly mute yourself. If you have any questions, also you can ask to the speakers available. Panel currently provide details about pricing for early testing. Additionally, does it support all types of seeds? What are the runtime and area covered per charge?
Yeah. Um, exactly. We are using a battery of 102 ampere hour, and it is a wattage of 2610 watt. That is a very huge, and this battery can run 8 hours non-stop with one charging. So this is the facility that we are providing. So for that, the pricing is a little bit high, and for that manufacturing, it is a 1,30,000 now. Okay, so early stage we are only providing without any revenue or without any profit. We can make that it is a 1,30,000. But now we have survey with the farmers and came to know that 8 hours total run time is not required for them, because it is a first processing, so they need only the 4 hours. Okay, so according to this information, according to the farmers, so we are going to try to reduce the size of the battery, and once we are eliminating the that much of price, its price will goes down and it will be within 1 lakh at the initial cost. And yes, it can support all type of seed, because the size and the seed is nothing, no, without very less cost, because we only need a slide plate, a small slide plate of the galvanized iron seed, and the holes are just the shape and size of any seed. So if you are using this type of suppose like a rice, nowadays rice as a initially it is a planter, but rice or paddy is nowadays the 4 seeds will be at a time, it can be providing to one hole, so that it is not required for the replantation. Okay, so for that case, four seed sizes the hole you can choose, so only changing the slide. That is the main issue and the main advantages of our system, that we are using the small slides, and with that slides there are small holes are there. You can also reap the mustard seed also. Mustard seed is very small, but that can also be provided using a very small hole size. So it can also it has an advantage to reduce the wastage of the seed. So in that case you can use. And runtime, as I told, that now this model has a runtime of 8 hours, and it can cover as it has a 1.2 kilometer per hour speed as per the expert member comments. So it can cover 1 hectare in 1 day. It can be possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, I think Arvind Singh, do you have any doubt? You have raised your hand. You want to ask any question?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question to Monali, ma'am.
Yes, please.
So, ma'am, basically you provide farm machines on rent, okay? So
Yeah.
your like your target is farmer or those FPO or like farmer groups. And
So
for
see,
ex yes, yes.
yeah, so we just want to enhance the adoption of the farm mechanization tools and machineries. So it is available for everyone to take on rent or give on rent. Either if as a FPO I have some equipments, I can list on the platform and rent it out to different people over there.
Mm,
And as an individual also, if I want to take from there, I can take it, I can list my product. So it is open to all, it's a multi channel, and anybody can take on rent and give on rent. So that is the beauty of the platform.
And ma'am, like you said that you are basically you are working properly in Rajasthan and Punjab, those area. Okay. So in those area, like land holding, there like so many marginal farmers and small farmers are there. And for example, take example that seed drill machine. Okay, you are providing like on rent. So how much you charge, like for 1 hectare for from one farmer?
Okay, so we as an app, we are not
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. I think it's got stuck. Kindly check your.
pricing because you are okay. Is it better now? Is it better?
Yeah, now it is better.
Yeah, so I was saying that as a platform, we are not restricting the pricing of the product, and as a user, you have to see the demand of a particular region, because see, these prices fluctuate as per the demand. In the peak region, sometimes the prices also fluctuate. So as a product owner, it's up to me, it's flexibility that the platform is giving, that you can have your own pricing basis the demand. So we are leaving it open for the market to be competitive. So see, as a user, if I see 10 products in my area, so I will definitely punch the lowest one, right?
Okay. Okay,
We
ma'am.
are
Thank
trying
you.
to be more, yeah, we are not regulating the prices.
Okay, ma'am. And my next question is to Sina, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you are providing that machine, okay? Like that boat, basically it is used for application of fertilizer and
Seed.
for sowing.
Yeah.
Yes. So, it is completely automated. It is not operated by a human.
Mm.
It is remote controlled or
Bluetooth enabled.
okay. So, ma'am, in small area where land is not equal, where land is you also said that somewhere triangular land is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So how you manage and
You have you one. I have shared one Bluetooth that is forward, reverse, right and left, speed fast, speed lower. So these are the keys that we have made in our app. So accordingly, some people must have mobile app of that Ankuran app, and they have to this using that keys. It can be regulate from the outside of the. Otherwise, if you make it a or in running condition, it can directly run to the forward, or if any obstacles are there, it can be moved. But how much in moving in how much areas, and that can be set by this Bluetooth module. Okay, so Bluetooth module, it can be operated from the 100 meter, and also it has a Wi-Fi module, so its range is very high, approx 200-meter radius. You can use this. Means outside from the field, it can be planted.
okay, and is it it can be used for any type of crop or
Yeah.
few crops only?
And the seed, it can only place the seed. Seeding mechanism is only here. Means the the crop that is the seedling is generated. It can be used there. Peas, maize, wheat, paddy, everything. It can be there.
Oh,
Any
okay.
vegetables.
So, and how you adjust that, whenever we put the seed, okay, on land. So, the deep, how much deep we have to put, how you
Some
adjust that.
screw arrangement is there, that I in the key features I saw two screw arrangements. This screw arrangement,
Okay,
you can up and down the furrow. Okay, furrow opener and
o-
furrow closer, you can up and down. So according to the
okay,
adjustment of this, and a small adjustment, there is a lever is there.
okay. So, like as I feel, it is completely like seed drill machine, but it is not operated through a tractor, and
Yeah,
yeah, and
exactly.
it is solar operated, na?
Yes, solar operated, or that means electric vehicle, battery operated. So the battery can be charged through the solar panels. And also it can provide the irrigation purpose that I told in the future scope. Means we are using the such a high energy or a high capacity motor is using for navigation, because it can pull 300 kg, more than 300 kg. We have tested up to 300 kg, but it can carry more than that. So it can easily be used for the irrigation purpose whenever not in some seeding or fertilizing in work. So it can also provide for the irrigation purpose.
Yeah, and where somewhere like line sowing is there. There it can be used, but where the farmer are using broadcasting and all that, I like how you use there. Like broadcasting, so there
Yeah.
is no.
Uh, can you please explain it, because it is not clearly, I can hear it is clearly. Can you please?
Okay, ma'am. Like somewhere farmers are using line sowing. Okay, so there is a proper space where you can use this machine.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. The
but
space can be
in
set. The
yeah,
space can be set by the farmer.
but
Yeah,
in broadcasting, how you will manage? Like it is usable there or not?
yeah. In that case, if it is not required for the line rowing, so the furrow opener and the small pipes are there, that through this pipe the three rows in a same. So it can't be used in that way. You can open up these two pipes or two furrow openers or furrow closers. You can just pull it, because there is a provision for the ground clearance also. In that case, you can pull it. The furrow openers can be pull it.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Arvind. Thank you, Arvind. I'll take up questions from participants. Also, of you are. So the Ankita is asking, what is the revenue model of the app?
Yeah, hi. I think this question is for me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're
Okay.
Yes,
audible. You
ma'am.
can continue.
So we are charging commissions from the businesses and marginal convenience fee from the users.
Hello, ma'am. Can you explain again? Your voice was actually breaking. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying that we are charging commission from the businesses who are listing on platform, and we are taking convenience fee from the users.
Okay. Thank you. Ankita, I hope
Yeah.
you got the answer. So Abhishek Kumar is asking, if my startup is on ideation form, what are the process of established in running phase?
So
I think
based
anyone
on
can
my
take up. Yeah.
experience, yeah.
Yes, ma'am,
So
you can
based on
answer.
my experience, I can just guide you that uh, and that prototype has to be incubated with uh, some in mentorship. You can get it to a commercial scale, at least showcase that the product is viable for commercial scale, and then maybe you can go for funding.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So participants, still, if you have any questions, and if you want to talk with the speakers, you can kindly raise your hands or kindly mention chat box. So we are going to unmute you and you can ask a question to speakers. So I hope I have covered all the questions. So dear interns, do you have any questions from your side? You want to talk with the speakers regarding anything, their experiences or anything? You can ask freely if you want to ask. Actually, these are the interns, ma'am, working with Manish. Yeah. Yeah, Subodh, you have raised
Hello,
your
ma'am.
hand.
Hello,
You
ma'am.
can
Morning,
ask.
ma'am. Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning.
My question is regarding the C2 C model and B2 C model. So, which is the
Okay.
better model? You receive feedback or you generate a revenue? And according to you, which is the better model for the revenue
So
generation?
see, this is like we are creating unique supply chain for products. Like suppose there are places where maybe the businesses are not available, but to provide access, we are empowering the consumers only to list their products. So we are not trying to earn much in this scenario, because I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you're
yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Am I? So in the C2C model, we are not, getting in the, like revenue earning mode, because see, it's just for providing the accessibility and make it more organized. See, community lending already happens everywhere, but we are just organizing it. So B2C is the main channel of earning, but the C2C is only for creating accessibility and a supply chain in your local areas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sekti is asking, are the farmers collectives receptive of your mechanization app? How much potential this FPO is holding when it comes to accepting the startups in FPO ecosystem?
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Is this for? I think this is for
Is no
me. This
problem.
question.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So,
Yes.
as I mentioned earlier, FPOs are very integral to the success of this initiative, because the ground level capacity building and handholding of farmers is very much dependent on the local FPOs and the CHCs, because the farmers are not very, conversed with the digital mechanisms and the smartphones availability. So all these challenges are there, e-payments. So we are expecting FPOs and CHCs to play a very important role in the local, uh, you know, uh, local adoption of this app and the usage.
Dola Sinham, you want to convey anything here?
uh, I think I have one questions here in the chat box. Mm,
Yes, ma'am.
so the question is, how much is the battery efficiency? How much time one battery life is, and what
Yes.
about the post recyclability of the battery? When can a farmer sell their battery post after the end life of the battery? Yes, as I told that we are using a very high capacity of battery in this model, and the battery capacity is CCCB mode and lithium ferrophosphate, that newly developed battery which has a very first charging capability, and constant current, constant voltage, stem mode of operation. So this battery life is 10 years as per the warranty. Okay, and as we are using this high capacity of this battery, it can run 8 hours with one charge system. So, and now we will thought that we should reduce this capacity, and 4 hours that can be reduce the cost of the product. Okay, so that also we can use the lithium ferrophosphate, that is the latest technology of the battery, and the battery swapping technology will be there. So farmer is no longer have any issues with the battery. Okay, and for solar panels, that we are nowadays the monocrystalline solar panels are there that can generate power from the UV rays also. So for charging this battery for any rainy season is not an issue. It should not be any issue from the rainy season also, because in the rainy days also there are UV rays are there. So from this battery can be charged from these UV rays. So these issues have been eradicated in this model. So the farmer don't need to think so much of this battery and its life cycle. Okay, recyclability is very high, and as it is a newly developed technology, so there should not be any issues from this battery point of view. And I feel that there is another is that there is a need to train more drone DDs to cater needs for all villages. As I told that my product and this bot is smartphone based and app based. Okay, so only the right left uh, turning and forward backward turning is there. So there is no need for any train, because the woman can run it by from their kitchen also, if the field is very near. So they can kitchen also they can remove it. And yes, drone is also they are using this drone, and nowadays the farm mechanization has a revolution using this AI. Okay, so AI can using this drone also pesticide can be sprayed, fertilizer can be sprayed accordingly, because the drones has some camera modules and they can take the photographs of the crops and the disease, and they can automatically they can have the power or training scenarios, so that they can provide that same that pesticides also. Because whether and also in the farm mechanization there are some soil testing sensors are there, that means what is the NPK percentage in the soil, and this can be shown in the display, and the farmer noticed, and accordingly they can spray that, or accordingly any drones can spray that one. So there is, can be automation in and in the farm mechanization also, and it is very much required, because nowadays what we think that the monsoon season is shifted due to global warming. Nowadays the monsoon season is just like September October, because of global warming. So with this stipulated time we have to complete all the process of the agriculture. So in that case manually it is not possible within this small stipulated time. So mechanization is required. And as I feel that women's are the building block of or the pillar of any society. So if the women's are come forward, okay, so for this farm mechanization process, then every betterment can be possible in different sites, because they have the idea of how much because we all know that one has since how much things can be provided like a farmer as a farmer, or how much fertilizer can be provided, how much pesticide can be provided. So they have the ideas. So if women will be in the farm mechanization, then the society will be benefited. So any questions?
Thank you, ma'am. I think, did you answer this question? Jeevan Rao is asking any idea about solar operated drones.
Yeah, solar operated drones. As I told that nowadays the drone mechanism is very popular, and using this drone, as I told, that crop management. Crop management is one, because image using the image processing, and the power of the drones is from the solar. It is also possible, because nowadays solar cells are very efficient. Okay, in the previously when polycrystalline solar cells are there, then it needs some more time for recharging the batteries. But nowadays monocrystalline or thin film is also there, which has the high efficiency. So when the drone is in the air also, it can charge the batteries from the solar panels, because it required very less power. For the drones it requires less power, until you are providing a very heavy amount of water or some pesticide bottles. It can carry it. It has a low power, so that much of power can be generated from the solar cell inside when it is running without any obstacles of any trees or like that. So it can definitely possible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I hope we have answered all the questions. So there are no questions in chat box, I guess. So participants, hope we cleared all your doubts. So thank you, participants, for all your questions. So still, if you have any questions and if you want to talk with the speaker details are shared in the chat box. So you can contact them. They are ready to help you. And also, if you miss something interesting regarding the today's webinar and to rewatch this webinar, the YouTube link for watching the webinar is given in the chat box. You go ahead and you can watch the webinar. And to receive interesting updates and the programs conducted by Manage, so stay tuned to our social media handles and do not forget to follow us on social media. Along with this, as we are celebrating 5 years of online excellence of Saturday webinar, we have published a Manage Extension Next Good Practice Bulletin on Agri-Startup Ecosystem webinars for multi-stakeholders. So the link to download the bulletin is shared in the chat box. You can read it. And before concluding the section, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Dola Sinha ma'am and Monali ma'am for your informative session and sharing your valuable insights on farm mechanization. And also thank you participants for your active engagement and thought-provoking questions. And also I would like to thank my director, Dr. Sarunan sir, whose ideas and unwavering support has made this 223 webinars journey possible, and also my team and interns for organizing this webinar successfully. And do not forget to give the feedback of this webinar. The link is shared in the group, and also do not forget to register for the upcoming webinar. So see you next week with one more topic. Thank you, Monali ma'am, and thank you, Dola Sinha ma'am. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah. And thank you, my team, all, and all the participants.